4, and that's a look at the KCAA Community Calendar. I'm Carlos Gonzalez.
KCAA, where every day is a great day.
The doctor is in. Welcome to the Psychic Love Doctor Show with host Deborah Lee. Deborah has been practicing, teaching, and perfecting the personal prophecy card reading method for 20 plus years. This life-affirming, highly perceptive reading method has taught Deborah how to zero in on specific problems with relationships, career pursuits, and current roadblocks to success and happiness. This inspiring show will help you never feel helpless in life or love ever again. Now, here's your host, Deborah Lee.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Psychic Love Doctor Show here on KCAA. I'm joined here with our very elusive, but she is here in the flesh, Lisa with an E.
Oh, hello, hello.
She's been out doing her go-rucking. And for those of you who don't know what that is, Lisa.
So I've been out of town doing some events associated with Go Ruck and Team Ninja. Shout out to that. So if you're interested in getting involved in charitable organizations and pushing yourself physically, check out Team Ninja. But Go Ruck, G-O-R-U-C-K, you put on a ruck and you go. Kind of like that. And you can Google that too.
She enjoys playing with the Marines and the Army and Special Forces.
Yes,
and
I do.
I'll tell you, she is all over the place. And if you saw her in real life, she's just a little tiny thing, tiny. What is the size of that you wear? 0? Oh,
maybe a
Lord.
2. Maybe.
And they have her out there, and she's hoisting these great big, what are those things like?
Well, a lot of things came to mind, but logs sometimes. Coupons that we like to call them.
It's going to be one of those nights.
It just might. I've been gone. I've missed all of you on Friday evening.
And we've missed her too. Those of you who are joining us for the first time, we'd like you to know that what we do here is a lot of on-air readings. I'm holding this up for our Facebook visitors. If you do want to watch us simultaneously, you can go to Facebook Live, find the Psychic Love Doctor Show, and there will be. But anyway, I use an ordinary deck of playing cards. This is a method my maternal grandmother taught me well over 30 years ago. She called it personal prophecy. And I'll tell you, people constantly are giving me feedback that this is really an amazing and astounding and really empowering method of perceiving the future using cards. What I think is what makes it so revolutionary is that we're not only able to perceive the future, but we're able to improve it, literally improve it while we're still standing in the present. So there's a lot of things that we have a great deal of control over that we don't even realize we have that kind of power in terms of our relationships, our career pursuits, our families, our friends, our co-workers, you name it. It's in the cards. That's that very old saying. It's all in the cards. So if you'd like to join us and get a reading, Lisa's going to give you our phone number.
909-792-5222.
And if you happen to be at home out here on the East Coast at 7 p.m., grab yourself a beverage.
Yes.
Kick off your shoes, kind of get comfortable, and we'll spend the next hour with you doing everything we can to stimulate and inspire.
I was going to say titillate.
Oh, titillate.
But that's okay, too.
We can titillate.
909-792-5222. You can really call in on any topic.
Exactly.
So even though you hear the Psychic Love Doctor, just know that Deborah Lee can look into your cards in any area. People ask you a lot about moves or job changes or career and going in for interviews. So that's my favorite type of reading is when you're looking into another person's interests about you, which we refer to as
metaphysical spying. Yeah, we can literally, kind of pop the top off of somebody's head. We get an idea of what their thoughts are, what their agendas may be.
There you go.
How they really feel. This is something that these cards are extra super sharp at. is how people feel.
How they
Not how they
peel
feel.
away that skirt you're peeking under. And with that thought, we have Patsy from North Carolina.
Yay, Patsy.
Hello, ladies.
Hey.
Nice to have you join us.
Oh, yeah. Y'all are my Friday night entertainment. Y'all are so much fun.
Oh, I
I
love
love
that.
hearing
Don't you,
other
Lisa?
I'll
readings, too, or
drink
what
to
y'all
that.
talk about.
Well, what's on your mind tonight?
What you see for me in the new year. And,
Oh, yes. That's always a good one at this time of year. Right now, we're all in the process of winding down, tying up loose ends without even maybe realizing we are. But we're all preparing to step into the brand new, pristine horizon that is the new year.
Is there any particular area or focus that you're interested in going into the new year?
yeah, well, I stay single.
Well, there we go. How's that? Are you actively looking to meet anyone?
Well, yeah, I'm definitely open to it.
Okay, but you're not like on dating sites or meetup
Oh,
groups
heck
or
no,
anything
I
like
don't do
that?
that. I don't do that.
Oh, okay.
Well, we could ruin the surprise, I suppose, and tell you that you're going to find a big box under your Christmas tree. And we have chosen the perfect mate for you from the Perfect Mate store.
Yes.
It's a division of Amazon. A lot of people aren't very acquainted with it.
That
but,
would be a very lucrative drop shipment side
boy,
business.
would it ever.
Yes, complete with Santa hat and little bow.
Wouldn't that be
I
nice?
can
Wait a
just
minute, are
picture
you
it.
talking about a blow-up
Dandy.
doll?
Yeah, imagine if you could program in all the things that you...
The qualities,
Yeah.
of course. We're not looking at necessarily physical attributes, but you know, if you had a choice, maybe you'd throw in one or two of those.
Sure, with like a little span for weight and height and length.
Length,
Girth. Oh my
Muscle
goodness,
mass.
Patsy,
And make
I'm
him look
laying
like
your cards
Johnny
out.
Depp.
And right under the designation, which is my favorite in the reading layout, which uses 24 cards out of the deck, is a designation called Sure to Come True. And Lisa will verify
Oh.
that you are so close. Ooh, look at her. She's fanning herself because it's so hot.
Spicy.
You are
Wow.
literally about to step into a fabulous relationship.
Yes.
I'm not going to say
Right.
it'll happen in 3 days, but I want to say 3 weeks to 3 months at most. You are going
Okay.
to definitely have your hair set on fire by a very eligible, very attractive, and very sexy member of the opposite sex.
I see passion.
I do too.
Alrighty.
Lots of it. And you have a lot of catching up to do in that department, I think.
Oh, yeah.
So
it's
you
all
watch out.
stored up, so.
Go ahead.
I said, yep, got a lot stored up, so that sounds great. I will be sure and keep my lipstick on.
Well, and I hope he's out there eating his Wheaties because he's going to need all the stamina and strength that he can get.
Oh, hey now.
So, seriously, though, I really do feel that this is going to be an absolutely beautiful relationship for you. Lots of compatibility. And, you know, I realize this insight could be a little difficult to really swallow right now because it's your love life has seemed so barren as of late. You know what I mean?
Love life.
And yet here we've got where all the darkness is going to be turned into bright, shiny sunlight. You're going to really, really enjoy this year. And I think this could definitely be the one. This could be her Mr.
Oh, the one?
The one, Mr. Right, not Mr. Right Now. This is definitely holding the earmarks of being a truly long-term, beautiful soulmate type of connection. So I love when we start off like that, don't
Yes.
you? Yeah, me too.
I'm all hot and bothered
awesome.
now. His cards are warmed up.
We have to
Well,
turn
I've
the
got my
fan
love
on
light
here in
shining,
the
so
studio
hopefully
because
he'll
it's getting
see it
so
soon.
warm. Well, Patsy,
And,
it's always a pleasure to hear from you. Thank you for getting us started off this evening.
Well, thank you so much.
Yep.
And
stay in touch, and please let us know when your paths as star-crossed lovers have actually collided in destiny.
Sure will.
Well, because we just want to know all the details.
That's right.
What it comes down to. We want the girl talk. Just us. No one else will pay attention. You just need to call us and let us know all the details.
Oh, I definitely will.
What we like.
Juicy details.
Okay. That sounds fabulous to me.
Yeah. Thank you, Patsy.
Well, you girls have a very Merry Christmas, and I'm going to keep my radar up.
That's right.
All right. And we'll be waiting for that phone call. That's how confident we are.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Love you, girls. Cheers.
Cheers,
Cheers to you, too.
Okay. Bye-bye. Thanks so much.
And you, too, can get your very own free personal prophecy reading this afternoon in Southern California or right here on the East Coast this evening by calling in to KCAA Radio. The number is 909-792-5222. You should save that into your cell phone, so you just have to hit the KCAA button, and you'll have a direct link to us.
There you go.
Every Friday night.
Absolutely. And, you know, the thing we have to always remember is that even when our lives can seem at their darkest, that's often when there's going to be a great breakthrough. And love will so often be that breakthrough.
This time of year, I think, is very challenging for some people, especially people who are single and see themselves as alone. You know, the holidays mark a kind of a glaring mirror into that aloneness and darkness.
Sure, and everything is geared toward couples and families.
Mistletoe, go find someone to kiss under the mistletoe. What if there's no one to kiss but your dog? I know. Yeah.
I mean, your dog might be a great French kisser, but come on. I mean, you've got to do better than that.
So I think this is really a great time for people to call into the show and kind of reframe that thought of, oh, here's another holiday where I'm spending alone. But it's a time also for that fresh slate that you mentioned.
Sure, and try to remember, it's just one day on the calendar. Military people know this so very well. And Lisa and I, and Don, who we have on the show quite frequently, we are all members of the Hampton Roads military community out here in Virginia Beach / Norfolk area, where we are home to over 1 million military members. And let me just share with you that any special holiday, Christmas, New Year's, birthdays, anniversaries, you know, sometimes even weddings and baptisms and things, it all becomes just another day on the calendar. The big day is homecoming. Don't you think? That's what
I can see that.
Yeah, and so a lot of us, I used to spend many Christmases alone because I just didn't want to be, you know, the fifth wheel at somebody's family gathering, or there's a lot of good television you can watch. There's a lot of things you could go help out at the homeless shelter.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, there's a lot of things you can do. So, but I will admit to everyone, I get melancholy this time of year myself. I think it's probably the seasonal disorder?
Seasonal affective disorder. It's so dark.
Right.
Yeah.
And people out in California have so much on their plate right now, trying to figure out, you know, the folks that have become seriously homeless and victimized by the fires. They don't know where they're going to live. They don't know what they're going to do. So to them, I doubt Christmas is the
major celebratory event that it usually is. So if you're listening to us as you're driving on your way home from work out there in California, or hey, you're getting your makeup on to go out for the evening, ladies, call us 909-792-5222, especially if you have a blind date this evening. That's also my favorite type of reading.
You're going to know. We can tell you right off the bat what's going to happen.
Sinker,
yes.
Swim. Mr. Right now, Mr. Right.
Right. And you know what? A lot of times we will try to strain to get through an evening that is just, you know. My way to, I'm married now, but years ago when I was out there doing the whole dating thing, I didn't date anybody that I didn't already like as a person. To me, to have a stranger just say, hey, can I take you out for dinner? I would always hesitate because I wanted to know what was that person like without being in the dating arena with them. You know, was this is going to be a person that is a very animated conversationalist? Is this a person that's a little bit shy? Just all the different.
I think that's so different now that with online dating and the internet, people are more apt to have nothing but these blind dates where you're meeting someone in this virtual realm, and in this quick swipe left, swipe right era of dating, and people are so just like a turn of a page. You know, there's so many of them.
Well, and the up and comers in this generation, these are people in the fast lane, and everything is so fast. Where they're like, look, let's already go to the sexual. Let's go to the sexual energy, and let's see if we're compatible before we waste too much time on this altogether.
I have to say, I understand what that's all about too. Why are you going to waste your time if you're not compatible in that hugely significant area?
And you're right, and I agree. Except, where is the mystery and where is the magic? And I guess I'm still caught back in the dating of the 70s when all the songs were kind of like Barry Manilow and John Denver and things like that, where it was all about, the sparkle and the love. You had to have the love. Nowadays, it's like, get in, get out, we're moving on. And I mean that in all facets. Our live audience is
I would be very curious to hear what our listeners have to say about that too. So if you are a little hesitant about calling in and everyone knowing your business on the radio, feel free to chime in on the conversation. 909-792-5222.
And use a fake name if you want. You'll still get an accurate reading. The cards will still know you and your heart.
Oh, yes. People have been throwing me questions all week that I could ask, but I'm kind of waiting to see if anyone's going to call in.
And if you have any questions that you want to...
I am going to ask it for her, and she might be watching. So,
all right.
So, this is one of my friends, Laura, and I'll just say that she is meeting up with her French Canadian this weekend. It is hot, and it is spicy, and it is everything you want it to be. Of course, they live like 10 hours from each other. So do you see this as a Mr. Hot right now? Or could this really develop into something long distance that has meaning and potential for growth and maybe even a move on someone's part?
So she got herself a French Canadian.
She does. We would like the nickname. I'm sure ladies out there, you know what I'm talking about. You kind of give guys these nicknames like Squirrel or FC for French Canadian. You don't really refer to them by their own names. So FC travels a bit for work. It's how they met. He's up there in Canada, Quebecois.
Ooh,
if I said that right. I don't know how he refers to himself. So,
well, if you come from a cold terrain, the blood is going to run really hot.
Yes, and I've seen some pictures, and woo, is it hot?
He's got it going on.
He's got it going on. Mwah to you, Laura. You're having a great weekend up there. So, I'm just curious. Oh, I see an interesting card there.
Okay. I think that this has a very strong potential for becoming, say, a long-term type of relationship. You know, distance nowadays is a little bit irrelevant when you have all this technology.
That's true.
My gosh, you could be, in Alaska conversing with somebody in some
Virginia Beach.
Yeah. And it could feel like they're right next door. So, it's a way different world from the old Pony Express and Ma Bell.
Ma Bell.
So, yes, I think that this could really come off. It's got all the earmarks right now of being a hot, sexy, romantic interlude with maybe no strings attached due to the long distance. But I think they're going to find need developing.
Okay.
Where the two of them are going to want to get more committed to each other. And I could actually see him moving to be near her.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
So,
Well,
remember, Canada isn't like it's the dark side of the moon.
they're
kind
10
of-
hours apart.
Yeah, but that's kind of a hop, skip, and a jump.
Not that bad.
No, it isn't
more
at all.
than that. Just past weekend. So it's all good.
Right, and the thing is, you can have the best aspects of a relationship without all that minutia.
Minutia being someone's dirty laundry on the floor?
Yeah,
Okay.
the stinky socks and,
There we go.
And the remnants left in the toilet bowl and ew,
Real life.
Definitely real life.
909-792-5222. I believe we're going to start turning to our Facebook Live viewers for their questions. If you just don't pick up that phone and call in, we do have to give callers first right of refusal.
And there's people out Christmas shopping, they're out celebrating, they're out on the freeway in California.
Christmas party night.
Yeah, so we understand, and you can always listen to us after the fact. We are archived on KCAA and also on Facebook Live.
Fabulous. Looks like we have a call from Joy from Cali. Well, hey now.
Hi there.
Yeah. Hi, Joy.
Hi. So I've called you guys a couple of times, and I did about this time last week. And you read the cards, and you had said maybe I had a sad life or a hard life. And I'm just trying to.
Oh yes,
I've
I
worried
remember.
all week about it.
I do remember.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hi.
and we said call again, and we'll pick up the thread and keep going.
And just see what I wanted to see what you see.
Oh, okay. Well, specifically, where would you like us to go in your reading? Anything specific?
Just what's going to go on in 2018 for me. It doesn't have to be love. That's okay.
Are you thinking about a move or anything like that, or a change of location?
No, I have a great job, so I won't leave this area. I'm 60, so I'll probably retire at 65, and maybe then, but that's not for a little while.
Okay. How about relationship? Are you in a relationship?
No, I am not.
Okay. Are you looking for one?
Not necessarily. If one came along, that'd be fine, but I have plenty of friends. I have, plenty of friends that we do all kinds of things, but no, I do not have a man in my life right now.
Okay, so perfect.
I read an interesting meme on Facebook, something to the effect of that getting a independent, single, confident woman into a relationship is a lot of hard work, because these are women that are used to making their own money. They're used to, navigating their lives alone on their own, and their independence keeps them
and I kind of dig it.
Free.
So.
Yeah, I've been referred to as alpha and insensitive from time to time.
Ah.
Just saying.
Right, because you aren't submissive and...
Well, now, there are many definitions of that before we go there.
That's true.
But yeah, I don't need anyone. It's a matter of wanting.
Well, Joy, I want to tell you that you are on an accelerated path yourself in terms of 2018. This is going to be a great year for you to use manifestation techniques. Use the law of attraction. Get yourself really busy sending energy out to the universe of what you really would like. Think of yourself as being on a game show, and they've got all these different curtains, and you get to pick which curtain you want.
All of them.
That's what I would say. If you get your choice.
Curtain number 2.
Number 2.
Yeah. And watch and see. I mean, Lisa's looking. She said, wow, you have such an enormous amount of abundance coming to you in all different shapes and manner here. For instance, you don't need a man, but I think you're going to find an absolutely wonderful one that will share your the things you enjoy, your your hobbies, your activities.
I would definitely not turn him away.
And he would be a great conversationalist. He would be truly a great mate.
There you go.
And there's not a lot of those.
That's
Sometimes we we have to take a square guy and make him fit in a round hole, you know.
It won't be the first time.
Yes, we do.
Also, I'm
Okay,
seeing
so there was I think you guys you girls read last week with the cards that I had a hard life. You know, I was just kind of thinking about it all week, and it hasn't been that bad, but I just wanted to know what you saw, or if you see specific things, or.
Yeah, well, what I felt was that while you were, during your upbringing as a child, heading into adolescence and all that goes with it, you have a lot of resilience to you, a lot of flexibility, you have a really astute sense of people and what makes them tick. She really doesn't need a deck of cards because she's got it going on inside where she's really sharp. But a lot of it came from the experiences you had that were a little bit on the rough side. For instance, it can be something as today, as insignificant as, say, ending up when they're choosing sides for basketball in elementary school, and you get stuck with the really fat girl, or the the girl that nobody wants to pick, and you're there and they're fighting over who has to have either one of you. And I remember myself, this really traumatized me in the 4th and 5th grade. I was thinking, what's wrong with me? They don't want to play ball with me. Well, it turned out that a lot of these experiences for me made me somebody that marched to my own drum, that I wasn't somebody that could live the rut-driven world that a lot of people get into with a job. I'm just trying to say, it was really hard for me to settle into careers.
Conformity, too.
Yes, that's the word.
Well, that is so me, right? But I've been like that. I had 11 brothers and sisters.
Oh, my
did you grow up in California? Why do I see what looks like a farmhouse? I mean, I don't know if it's a farmhouse, but I see
Oh, we had a big house that was moved from Pasadena to North Hollywood in the 20s. But we had 12 of us, my mom and dad, and 12 kids lived there.
Wow.
The oldest is now just turned 73 yesterday, so.
Were they all biological children of
all
theirs?
Same mom, same dad.
Oh, they needed to find a hobby.
Well, she's Catholic.
They
she was
found
Catholic.
a really good one.
If you add up 12
they
times
did
9,
have a hobby, get it?
your mother spent a lot of years pregnant.
A lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, those are the things. If you start reminiscing about your past, a lot of times we can do this with meditation. And one thing that Dawn, she's sitting in our live audience, she brought up, remember, some of these things can relate to a past life that you may have had an impoverished past in another lifetime, that some of that is carrying through in your cards, saying that you learned many lessons as a result of that. But we don't push reincarnation on the show. Everybody has a different idea. It's like reincarnation is a bunch of different snowflakes, and I don't think any of it, nobody has actually been able to go back and come back and report to us.
I know, you never got a first-hand explanation, so.
Exactly. So we can visit them in meditation, and Lisa here does what is your, the gifted work that you do where you open someone up and you're enabling you to help them to view their past lives?
Well, I don't do it primarily in a lot of my work, but I can take people back basically to more of a beta theta state where you're completely conscious, but it's just like what you would do in regressing to earlier memories in this life to unlock faulty thought patterns. You can do the same thing where you might slip into what is considered a past life, or if you are Jungian, from a Jungian theorist, you would say the collective unconsciousness. So you're experiencing and seeing something for a reason that's for your own growth and development and some faulty thought patterns to overcome. So it is a form of regression.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting stuff. Also, I want to caution you, as we go through the holidays and into the first part of the year, I want you to be very conscious of where your pocketbook or your purse is, because I'm seeing the potential for you to have it stolen. All right,
Wow.
there's a young
My
man
purse has
here
never been
that I
stolen.
feel is a pickpocket, or
Mm-hmm.
and so just
Ooh, I'm going to the Rose Parade.
yeah,
Oh, well, yeah.
keep your eye on it, because
I will.
as
Thank
someone
you.
who's had this happen to me, it is really traumatic when you feel this violation of someone. I mean, take my money if you must, and I had several $100s in cash. Take the money, but please leave the mementos, the pictures, there were things in my that you can never replace. Credit cards can be canceled. You can make more money, but you can't replace those things that are precious.
Or the medals,
Even to this day, it really bothers me when I think about it. Hold on here, Joy.
We'll be right back after this station ID, KCAA Radio.
KCAA Loma Linda, 1050 AM, K292FQ Riverside, and K293CF Moreno Valley.
You're very sick.
And we're back live with the Psych Love Doctor. Hey, Joy.
Hi.
Well, Joy,
I'm
I
here
just
still.
want you to get prepared. You've got a fantastic year ahead of you. So keep your purse in sight. Make sure that sometimes we women take our purses everywhere. There's a lot of places we don't need to take them.
I know.
And we should just carry what we need: identification, some cash, or keys,
Your
or
ID
phone.
and your credit card and your keys. You're good to go.
Yeah,
That's
and
about
some
it.
women put everything in their bra that I've seen when they go clubbing and stuff. They'll keep it all up in the
Well, I
I put mine in
rarely
my
go
boot.
clubbing. I used to.
or in a boot, etc., because those things
Right.
disappear like you wouldn't believe. So anyway, I think it's going to be fabulous. I do feel that you are going to meet a wonderful soul mate.
Woo.
Somebody that will,
Ooh, babe.
that will
Okay.
be so,
Because
he will complement your personality like you wouldn't believe.
I'm pretty
So-
funny.
Money.
And money. There'll
No,
be
I'm pretty
plenty-
funny. No,
Oh,
not
funny.
I'm
Funny.
pretty funny.
That's okay. I do see a community around you, too. Like, you have some good female
Yes, she
community
does.
members, some good
Fair.
female chicks in your posse there.
Yeah.
Girl
sure
club.
do.
Girl power.
That's good. That's really good. I'm glad to see that you are connected and not isolated. I'm
no,
the same
I
age
got,
as
I
you.
got loads of
Sometimes it
people.
can be very easy for us to become an island of our own. One thing I do is I love to mix and mingle and socialize with younger people. They are just adorable to me. I love trying to pick up their lingo and,
How old are you?
Eyebrows are so fleek.
Mhm.
which I have no idea what that means, but it sounds good anyway. So, Joy, thank you for calling. I hope you'll stay in touch. The more
I will
readings
keep
you
in
get,
touch.
yeah, the more readings you get using personal prophecy, the more you start seeing the trends, the intuitive direction that your life is actually going. So it'll be our pleasure to be on the journey with you.
Beautiful. Thank you, ladies, so much.
Oh, it's our pleasure. Take care,
Okay,
hon.
Merry Christmas.
And Merry Christmas to you, too.
Okay, God bless you.
Happy Hanukkah to everyone celebrating these
and
units.
happy Hanukkah. What? What?
4 nights to go. Hey, it's a party. Dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. 909-792-5222. I know that you're listening in because you're just so entertained and excited. And that question is just like, nibbling at the base of your ear that you really want the answer to. You need to call us, 909-792-5222. If you're on Facebook, we really want you to call. We know you're probably on there chatting away, but we can't see it because we're here.
We're here. And don't be afraid of what the future may hold for you. Sometimes we have such fear of the unknown that we think it can only be bleak, dark, boring, ugly, whatever type of negative word you want to use.
I know, but if you're putting those thoughts out,
It's going to be mirrored, and that's what you're going to get.
mm-hmm.
But knowing that your future holds these brilliant moments that you can't even maybe conceive of right now, well, it does literally plant a seed within your heart to know that there these wonderful advances for yourself, these loving relationships, all of these things that you hope and dream of, they're out there and coming to you. So that's what I like.
You have such a beautiful positive spin on all that. That takes me an hour to get through in a session with someone about positive reframing. And I sometimes say it's not even like the positive spin. You're looking at the realistic spin.
I figure if we all have to be here and basically we're stuck here, we may as well make the best of it. Don't you think? We can either live our lives down in the dumps with every negative thought, and there are some of those, what are they, Debbie Downers?
Negative Nellies.
I am not one of those. I prefer to get up every day, be glad I made it through the night, and see what kind of mischief I can get into before I put my head down at the end of the day. And that looks like it's...
We're jumping around with people, but it looks like our very next caller is...
Margaret.
Margaret from Riverside, California.
Hello there, Margaret.
Hello.
How are you this fine afternoon, I guess, where they are?
Oh, I'm great. Just getting off work in traffic.
There you go. Happy Friday. Woo!
Yeah.
Time to rage.
Happy Friday, but I work tomorrow.
Oh, womp womp.
That's no good.
That's okay. Now you're spending time with us. What is your
Right.
question for the Psychic Love Doctor?
My question is there somebody going to be special in my life soon? Because I've been having a lot of problems with mates and trying to keep a good one, and I just don't know.
She's finding duck boys and frogs.
That's
Yeah, right. I know. You see their little tail feathers just like waggle, 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 and you're like, yeah, that looks good. But then you go to find out, they just quack and waddle away, right?
Right.
There you go. I feel you. That's rampant.
Margaret, you sound very ready. Ready for the right relationship with the right person at the right time. And I feel all three are coming together for you.
Yes, I am ready.
I also have referred to these cards, which Deborah Lee is actually pulling for you a regular old deck of playing cards you can pick up at your local store with this personal prophecy method. These aren't special oracle cards. They aren't tarot cards. But what I also do believe is that as she's pulling your cards for you, she's putting the positive intention on them. So in some way, these little pieces of plastic become manifestation tools to bring you your true heart's desire.
Ooh, and one fell to the floor,
Got it.
and my grandmother always said, if it falls on the floor, it comes to the door. This is a card of commitment, Margaret, coming to you. So we will watch it come knocking on your door. That's right. So, yeah, Lisa, I'm glad you brought that up. I did, in 2008, I had published a book called The Message, Your Secrets in the Cards. One of the things I stressed in the book is how these are nothing but ordinary plastic, okay? They hold no special power, blah, blah, blah. Then Lisa comes along.
You're welcome.
She reads my book in like a weekend, didn't she? Just picked this up like it was nothing. She picks it up and then she comes to me and says, you know, I'm thinking that maybe these are manifestation tools. They hold a certain amount of energy that we can use the law of attraction. And she's going on and on. And I'm sitting there. I'm speechless and I'm just flabbergasted thinking, well, this blows the premise of my book entirely, but this is cool. She has got it. I think she nailed it. And, you know, I have to admit to you, I've looked at the readings differently ever since.
Look at that.
So for Margaret, I want to say, you know, I get the feeling in relationships that you've had in the past, you have fallen prey to the assumption that there must be something wrong with you if the guy always seems to go south as far as the relationship, that it's something about you that isn't quite to their liking or compatible. Do you follow me on this, Margaret?
Most definitely.
There it is. Okay, well, what I want to say to you is it was them. You didn't own any of this, but it made you feel as if you were somehow responsible. And men, you know, I hate to be stereotypical, but after years and years of reading cards, I'm amazed how so many, it's like a cookie cutter world with the men out there that they may come in all different shapes and sizes, but on some levels they are kind of the same. And one thing men are very, very good at is trying to say, hey, it isn't you, it's me, as far as them hitting the exit, but really the way they're wording it, you know it's you. They've made you feel completely responsible on an emotional level. Now, Lisa is a credentialed therapist and counselor, and I'd like to turn to her for a few words of expertise on how we can stop that, that kind of runaway train where we always feel that we're the reason the relationship broke up.
Well, first you want to find out if you really are part of the reason why the relationship broke up, because the truth is every relationship is co-created. The thing is, if both people are giving into the relationship, both are receiving, but if it's a little off kilter, then we've got that imbalance within the foundational house of that structure of the relationship. So it's the ownership part. So are you happen to attract people that in some way reinforce your inner faulty thought pattern? And by that I mean a thought pattern that you believe to be true, which isn't, which could be, if I love him, he'll leave me. If I love someone, they're going to cheat on me. And you create this environment of truth and belief, so you do manifest it, you look for it, and then it happens.
Or I deserve to be hit. I deserve to be abused and be ridiculed.
So what happens? You're like radar goes out and attracts those people to reinforce your own faulty thought pattern, so that you as yourself can go your authentic self and be, see, I was right. That's what I get. So it's a matter of finding out what it is that you're attracting and what you want to stop attracting.
Well, I think she's definitely putting her foot down on that. She's tired of attracting men that are just not the right, the right. You know what I mean? The right
fit.
Yeah, that's the word. And so for her, I feel it's a whole new playing field that she's entering. So Margaret, try to change thinking that they're all the same, because they're not, even though some of the things they do seem a little bit stereotypical.
Yeah, give you that.
But I think a lot of times men don't know any different. They don't know.
Hashtag boys are stupid.
I have told my 6 sons, you want to learn about women? Start watching the chick flicks that these women adore. Sleepless in Seattle. And I said, don't just watch them, study them, because in there are the secrets to making women happy.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of working on a carburetor. Okay.
I think I find myself always attracted to men who are insecure.
Insincere.
Well, those days are over for you now. The one thing I would like you to do is, I think you need to shift. I see right here, when it comes to the thought of commitment for the future, I'm seeing a very heavy feeling on your part, as if to say, I'm doomed even before I get started. Got to stop thinking that way. What you want to do is put out there your energy in the sense of saying, I know he's out there. I know he's the one that is going to be the right fit for me.
He is sincere,
yes,
trustworthy, honest, and provides me with unconditional love.
And you watch and see what happens next. For me, it came right up and knocked on my door. You might find him in the grocery store. You might find him walking down the street. I mean, I do believe that there's divine intervention, and sometimes God likes to get in there and, he mixes things up a little bit. Especially when we start thinking cynically and we are down on love. We're like, oh, no more for me. That's when God likes to. I think he has a tremendous sense of humor. So anyway, for you, I am seeing a full dance card as far as dates. Margaret, you could literally line them up all week long, a different man. I just don't see her as being that.
She may not be into that large sample pool. More selective, perhaps. And that's okay, too.
I agree. But you watch. The one that I feel is the most right for you, I see him actually coming to you through his son. Somebody that could possibly be doing some work for you, somebody that you work with. Somehow you're going to be invited to a social event or a social activity. This could be a charity drive. But this young man is going to be there, and he's going to say, I'd like you to meet my dad. And there it is. Seriously.
Oh, wow.
This man is going to charm your socks right off of you. And he is everything that you could hope for, everything that you could want in a man. And that's because you'll have put that out there, like Lisa said.
There you go.
Yep. So, Margaret, your year ahead looks really good. Might get started off on a bit of a stumble because, the first of the year, it's like we don't have our senses and our faculties all sharpened up and ready to go. But wait and see. Give it a few weeks. I think you're going to have somebody to go out to dinner with on Valentine's Day.
Hey.
Ooh, and that would be nice. So what do you think, my dear? Does it seem like you've got some good days coming for you soon?
Well, I hope so. I mean, I know I tend to do a lot of self-sabotaging to my own relationship, I think, because of my doubtness that I have. But overall, I can line them up, like you say. But
I don't doubt it.
But
Your
it's not.
cards show that you have great charisma.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times when I'm in a serious relationship, I kind of like scare them away because they all of a sudden become insecure. They think I'm with somebody else or liking somebody else, and it's just like.
Well, you're a strong woman, and she's very much connected with herself. I mean, you're high maintenance, and you should be proud of that.
Just watch those faulty thought patterns that you're perpetuating. That's all.
And anyone that's out there that might ever be interested, Lisa does do a lot of long-distance counseling. You even have clients in Peru?
Yeah, Ecuador.
Yeah, there you go. So, you can always send a message through Facebook or through KCAA, and we will connect you, the two of you. So, Margaret, I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas. And please have a wonderful New Year, and do check back with us. We'd like to talk to you some more.
All right, I will. And thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You guys have a nice holidays and Christmas, too.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. All right, let's slide right in with Darlene. Darlene, Hesperia, California. I don't know where that is. Hey, Darlene.
Hey, how you doing?
So fabulous.
So fabulous. We're trying to figure out where you are at in California.
You know the I-15 north?
Oh, cool. A little north. All right.
Cajon Pass?
We're having trouble hearing.
All right.
Turn her up.
What is your question today for the Psychic Love Doctor?
Well, it's been
Hello? I hope we didn't lose her.
You have a horrible signal. Are you driving in traffic? Oh, poor Darlene, trying to sneak her in there at the top of the hour. There's still time. Oh. Maybe her call dropped.
Yeah, Darlene, if we lost you.
She did. We
lost her.
You know
what, Darlene, hopefully she'll watch the replay of this or listen to it. You shoot us a message through Deborah at psychiclovedoctor.com. I'll give you a reading.
She still has time. She could right back on the phone.
If she gets back, yeah. So, boy, I think everybody's getting busy about a new relationship in the new year. I love that. I do. And
I know you said getting busy, and my mind just took a right turn. But it is kind of that part of that new hope, new year, looking for something better. If you're in a relationship, I'm hearing a lot lately of people just making it through the holidays with the partner they're with because, oh gosh, it's the holidays, and why create any sort of like disruption or disease. But then after the holidays, then we're going to make a break.
Yeah, and I have shared on the show that January 4th is the busiest day for attorneys filing divorces in court, because everybody waits to get through the holidays for the kids, for the grandparents, for whoever, and then boom, they're out of there, you know?
Yeah, it's interesting to me, but I mean, I get it, I understand, especially if you bought that gift.
I often wonder how much cheating goes on during the holidays, where come January 1st, it's like, I know what you did, I'm not going to forgive you, so pack your stuff. You are gone.
I would venture to say that the same amount of cheating that goes on the rest of the year.
I would think you're right. Now, a big question pertaining to faith and trust is, let's say you have a female friend who comes to you after New Year's Eve and says, your husband was all over me and really tried to get something going with me in the kitchen. And I feel you need to know. Now, who are you going to believe? Him saying, I didn't even look at her. or her?
I would honestly say if it was a true friend, the friend would be the honest one. If it's an acquaintance that you know is a little bit into toxic drama and as a gossip and it's not a close friend, then I would say, oh yeah, you're just trying to stir trouble. Everyone was drinking alcohol was probably involved. But I really do think if it was a close friend, that the friend would be telling the truth. I do.
Okay.
Oh, no? That was a long pause.
Well, out here in the military community, there's a lot of slice and dice when it comes to integrity and honor and faith and trust. I mean, you can be drinking coffee with your Navy wife or Army wife girlfriends by day, and your husband is sneaking like an alley cat over to them by night.
Ugh.
And I might know a little bit of something about that.
Well,
so, but
there we
that
go.
is another show.
Oh, that sounds all kinds of tasty deliciousness right there.
And Lisa, you may want to discuss some of your adventures.
Hey now, in what area?
I've told her she should write a book called 50 Shades of Lisa, and it would be quite the bestseller. We are in a spicy mood tonight.
I feel like I haven't been here in like forever.
And we're just really testing the boundaries, and it feels good to have you back.
It feels great to test boundaries.
See, she leads me down these paths that are filled with murky spiciness.
I prefer to have the whole sundae with whipped topping and chocolate sauce and the maraschino cherry, not strictly the bowl of vanilla ice cream.
Oh. She's making a very important point there, guys.
So there you go. If you would like to call in about a topic in that realm sometime, I will provide my counseling expertise to help you answer any questions you might have in that arena.
And why do people stop putting forth the wonderful effort that they do in the beginning, where they're working so hard at this relationship? What happens?
Comfort and complacency.
Yeah, and that's a killer, too.
It is. You know what? And I say this a lot to the couple clients. I'm like, you know what, sweetheart? You're at home with your hair and like the little like yoga bun and the yoga pants on, and where is he? He's out there with all the women who are wearing those cute little outfits and heels and their hair's done and makeup's on. So that's how you met the guy. I'm not saying you have to dress up every single day, but come on, throw on some lip gloss and put your hair down. Takes two to tango.
Boy, are you opening up quite a can of worms.
Love
here.
it. Yeah, it's true. It's very true.
I think you're exactly right, but the men need to put in the effort too. Now, some of you guys, your hygiene's a little bit on the hinky side.
Yeah, not acceptable.
You don't dress well. I mean, let a woman dress you. Let her become your stylist. If you're single, she will know how to put together, or a gay friend. Gay men are awesome at clothing and makeup, and I've had a few gay friends. I really enjoyed them. They seem to really know how to put a woman together, and I think that they could help each other.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
No, that whole hygiene thing, now that's going on. Come on now. You didn't go out and pick that chick up, smelling like you just crawled through some dirt and changed the oil in your car. Get it together, man. No.
Next time you're in a restaurant, look at the people who aren't even talking as they're just sitting there eating their food. You can hear the clock ticking on that marriage, because they have nothing more to say to each other. Mm-hmm. So I think we have got some really great ideas here, and we hope you'll share some with us. We're going to have to run. They're going to be shutting the lights off on us here in about 2 minutes. But please know that we love being here with all of you. We look so forward to the shows. If you're local, you can come in and be part of our live audience. Otherwise, just drop in with a phone call. Give us a call. We'd love to give you a reading. If you have a comment or if you'd like to communicate with us, please send an email message to Deborah, DEBORAH, at psychiclovedoctor.com. If it's a message for Dawn or Lisa, we'll be happy to pass that along. I want to sure thank you, Lisa. I'm so glad you're back with us.
Me too.
Yes, and to all of our fine folks in the audience. We have young people here. It's amazing. I love it. And to our callers. I know it isn't easy to call up and, just start speaking over like a microphone to America or the world. But we really thank you for it. We wanted you to know that we wish all of you very happy holidays. We will still be here next Friday and every Friday after. So please join us. Lisa, I'd like to, there, she just gave you all a nice big Christmas kiss, and I'd like to say on behalf of my grandmother, who always said, to dream is to believe. Once you believe, all things are possible. Good night, everybody. We love you.
Good night.
Take care. Bye-bye.
KCAA Loma Linda, 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, and now 102.3 FM.
I'm Tom Busby, CNBC. Details of the Republican tax reform bill are now